I nominated Joseph Yutzy for Achiever of the Year because of his success in obtaining community employment despite his many barriers. One of which was the length of time he's been out of society. He had many other barriers that could have derailed his goal of obtaining community employment, but from the beginning I found him to be very goal-oriented, reliable, and he had an excellent work ethic.
Joe managed to overcome years of stigma because of his efforts to start making the right choices versus the wrong choices of his past.
I brought Joe in on the Wix contract, and he did very well. He was open to doing anything that would lead him to employment. He also worked in the warehouse for a little bit, and then there was an opening at Berry Plastics, and that's when we sent him out there, and he really excelled doing that.
He came into the program looking for vocational help, trying to get himself into the working world. He came through the WARP program and with Joanna, and she placed him at Berry Plastics in my crew. He started placing handles on buckets, helping us with the general production each day, and he caught on really quick. He did a really good job. He was attentive. He came to work every day. You can tell he really had a drive, wanted to succeed. And from there, at that time, Berry was doing some hiring from our crew, and Joe was one of them, and he's been with them ever since.
Although Joe had advocates, not one of us took responsibility for him. We allowed him to accept his own responsibility, and in the end, Joe came out the winner.
Joe was the perfect example of how somebody should work the program when they're here. He had a lot of barriers while he was here that he had to overcome in order to be successful in the workplace. And once he overcame those barriers, he was hired at Berry Plastics, in which he's doing very well.
I chose Joe because of his dedication and wanting to better himself. I mean, we have a lot of clients that come in who attempt to meet their vocational goals, and at times it doesn't always work out. They're not always ready for the steps they have in front of them. Joe truly come through and just strived at everything he wanted to accomplish, and that made him stand out in my mind. Congratulations, Joe, for being the Achiever of the Year.